In the summer of 1960, a young Englishwoman named Jane Goodall arrived on the shores of Lake Tanganyika. She was just 26 years old. Her mission was to study the wild chimpanzees of the Gombe Stream Chimpanzee Reserve. This area, now part of Tanzania, was a remote and challenging environment. Jane possessed no formal scientific degree at the time. Her passion for animals and a patient spirit were her primary qualifications. She was accompanied by her mother, Jane Goodall, whose presence was required by the British authorities. The initial months were filled with frustration. The Gombe chimpanzees were shy and elusive. They would flee as soon as they saw her. Jane established a routine of patient, non-threatening observation. She would climb to a high peak to watch the chimpanzees from a distance through her binoculars. Slowly, painstakingly, she began to earn their trust. A breakthrough came with a chimpanzee she named David Greybeard. Unlike the others, David Greybeard showed curiosity rather than immediate fear. He allowed Jane to approach him more closely over time. This acceptance was a pivotal moment in primatology. One day in October 1960, Jane witnessed something extraordinary. She saw David Greybeard crouched over a termite mound. He was using a long blade of grass as a tool. He would poke the grass into the mound, wait, and then pull it out. The grass was covered in termites, which he would then eat. She also observed him stripping leaves from a twig to make a better tool. This was not just tool use, it was tool modification. At the time, science held that only humans made and used tools. Jane excitedly sent a telegram to her mentor, the paleoanthropologist Louis Leakey. Leakey's response became legendary in the world of science. He famously declared, "Now we must redefine tool, redefine, or accept chimpanzees as humans." This single observation fundamentally challenged the definition of humanity. Jane's discoveries did not stop there. She soon observed chimpanzees hunting. This shattered the belief that chimpanzees were strictly vegetarian. She documented them hunting and eating smaller monkeys, like the red colobus. The hunts were often cooperative and strategic. The sharing of meat that followed a successful hunt revealed complex social dynamics. Perhaps her most controversial method was her decision to give the chimpanzees names. Scientists at the time used numbers to remain objective. Jane saw individuals with unique personalities. There was Flo, a high-ranking and successful mother. Her son, Flint, was known for his deep attachment to his mother. Goliath was a powerful, sometimes aggressive, alpha male. By naming them, Jane was able to document their lives as a family saga. She chronicled births, deaths, alliances, and betrayals. She revealed the profound importance of the mother-infant bond. Young chimps learned everything from their mothers, from finding food to social skills. Her work showed that chimpanzees have long childhoods, much like humans. They experience emotions like joy, sadness, and anger. She witnessed them embracing to comfort one another. They could be compassionate and altruistic. But her long-term research also uncovered a darker side to their nature. In 1974, the Gombe chimpanzee community split into two rival factions. What followed was a brutal 4-year conflict. Jane called it the 4-Year War. The larger northern group, called the Kasakela, began to systematically attack the smaller southern group, the Kahama. She witnessed organized, brutal attacks that resembled human warfare. The violence was shocking and deeply disturbing. By 1978, all the males of the Kahama group had been killed. The Kahama community ceased to exist. This discovery of organized violence was another profound revelation. It showed that war was not a uniquely human invention. Jane also documented cases of infanticide and cannibalism. A high-ranking female named Passion and her daughter Palm were observed killing and eating the infants of other females. This behavior was a struggle for dominance and resources. These dark discoveries painted a more complete, complex picture of chimpanzee life. They were not simply gentle, peaceful creatures. They were, like humans, capable of both great kindness and terrible brutality. Jane Goodall's work in Gombe became the longest-running study of wild animals in the world. The Gombe Stream Research Center became a hub for primatology. Her findings revolutionized our understanding of our closest living relatives. She demonstrated the importance of long-term, patient field research. In the mid-1980s, Jane's role began to shift. She realized that the chimpanzees she loved were facing extinction. Habitat destruction and poaching were devastating their populations across Africa. She transitioned from a scientist to a global advocate and activist. In 1977, she founded the Jane Goodall Institute. The institute works to protect chimpanzees and their habitats. In 1991, she founded Roots and Shoots, a youth program. It empowers young people to work on environmental, conservation, and humanitarian issues. Jane Goodall began traveling the world, speaking about the threats to our planet. Her message is one of hope and empowerment. She believes that every individual can make a difference. The breakthrough at Gombe was not just about chimpanzees. It was about understanding our own place in the animal kingdom. Jane's work built a bridge between the human and animal worlds. Her legacy is one of scientific rigor, deep empathy, and tireless advocacy. The story of Gombe began with one woman's quiet patience. She sat day after day, becoming a fixture of the landscape. David Greybeard was the first to accept her presence. This trust opened a window into a previously hidden world. Jane meticulously documented every observation in her notebooks. Her descriptions were rich with detail and personality. She described Flo's cleverness in her prominent nose. She noted the bond between Flo's sons, Fagan and Fabian. When Fabian contracted polio and his arm was paralyzed, Fagan supported him. These stories transformed how the public viewed animals. They were no longer just specimens, but characters in a real-life drama. Discovery of hunting was a major scientific upset. It proved that the drive for meat was a deep-seated primate trait. The social implications of meat sharing were equally profound. A successful hunter gained status and could use meat to curry favor. The Gombe War revealed an even more unsettling parallel to human behavior. The conflict was not random violence, but a campaign of annihilation. Jane's notes from this period are filled with horror and disbelief. She struggled to reconcile this brutality with the kindness she had also witnessed. The war demonstrated that territorial aggression could be lethal. It was a sobering discovery about the roots of violence. Passion and Palm's cannibalism was another shocking revelation. It demonstrated a chillingly calculated form of competition. These observations were difficult to publish and for many to accept. They complicated the romanticized image of primates. Jane's commitment to the truth, however, was unwavering. She presented the chimpanzees as they were, not as we wished them to be. Her research provided an unprecedented, long-term perspective. She could track entire generations of chimpanzee families. This long-term data is invaluable to science. The Gombe study continues to this day. It is a living laboratory of primate behavior. Jane's transition to advocacy was born from a sense of urgency. She called it her Damascus moment. She knew she had to leave Gombe to save it. She began a life of near constant travel. The Jane Goodall Institute supports community-centered conservation. It recognizes that helping people is key to helping animals. Roots and Shoots has inspired millions of young people. The program is active in countries all over the globe. Jane's breakthrough was to see the chimpanzee not as a thing, but as a being. She looked past the species and saw the individual. She recorded their life stories with empathy. She showed the world the vibrant, complex lives of our closest relatives. The primatologist's breakthrough was a breakthrough for us all. It helped redefine our relationship with the natural world. The Gombe chimps became ambassadors for their species. Their stories reached every corner of the globe. Flo's life became a celebrated narrative of motherhood. Flint's grief after his mother's death was profoundly moving. He stopped eating and eventually died of a broken heart. This story demonstrated the depth of their emotional bonds. Jane's approach was initially criticized by the scientific establishment. Her anthropomorphism was considered unscientific. But her results were undeniable. She proved that empathy could be a tool for scientific discovery. Her work paved the way for other female scientists. She, along with Diane Fossey and Biruta Galdikas, were called the primates. Each made groundbreaking discoveries about great apes. The Gombe research continues to yield new insights. Scientists now study chimpanzee culture and traditions. They have learned that different groups have unique tool use techniques. Jane Goodall's breakthrough was to see the whole animal. She saw their intelligence, their emotions, and their societies. She also saw their capacity for darkness. Her work gave us a mirror to our own species. In the chimps of Gombe, we can see our evolutionary past. We see the roots of our own social bonds. We see the origins of our conflicts. And in Jane's story, we see the power of a single, dedicated individual. Her breakthrough was to listen patiently until the forest spoke.